Hey guys, Kevin Perteete here. I'm doing this video because I really feel that something's about to go down. They're getting ready to do another terrorist attack using ISIS or, I don't know, UCC movement or UCC terrorists team up with the ISIS movement, and they're going to call us, militants, terrorists, or, something. But something's about to go down because people are waking up. You young crystal and indigo children, thank God, you guys are catching on and waking up, and you know what's going on. These courts are being challenged, and they know it, and they don't know what to do. They've got to do something to suspend the Constitution totally and declare martial law. Something's about to go down. And of course, with Ferguson and all the killings and these unarmed shootings of black young men throughout the country, not only black young men, but that's the focal point. And beatings of unarmed people, and it's everybody, by the way, guys. It's Mexicans, blacks, whites, Asian, whatever. I just want to share that with you because I just want it on record. I feel it. They're gonna have to do something because they're being challenged, which is good. Keep the pressure on those suckers. We have to do that. And I just want to share with you, I think I've uncovered a massive conspiracy in Los Angeles. And let me explain it to you quickly, what I'm talking about. First of all, they got rid of all the court recorders in all the Los Angeles Superior Courts for civil cases. I was told about 2 years ago due to budget problems. So that means that the judge can say whatever he wants and nothing's being recorded. So when I go to hold he or she accountable, they can later deny it in the appeals court. I didn't say that, or I didn't do that. Now I gotta go hire my own court reporter, and it costs like $300. You get it? I have a $68 parking ticket that's up for appeal going into Superior Court on September 5th, 2014. I'm gonna go spend $300 or whatever, $200, it doesn't matter, to fight a $68 ticket. You get the irony or the logic there? It's not worth it, of course. The next thing is I'm trying to film it also. Now I have to do a motion to grant filming. So now I got to put together a motion, either have a lawyer or me go before the judge that's going to hear my case and ask him for permission to film. What do you think he's going to tell me? And they already tell you that they want to know why. Because I want to make sure that you are filmed when you lie on me, so I have a recourse. You think they're going to allow that? Come on. I mean, these people, I don't... what am I going to tell them? I mean, yeah, I can, I'm doing a documentary film on the parking enforcement and that, yeah. But, I mean, the real reason, come on. So I don't get screwed. Amazing. Next thing is that trial by written declaration. When I beat that speeding ticket 2 years ago, I used UCC code, but it was in the Superior Court of Barstow, California. Now, they allow me to do a trial by written declaration without having to post a bail. But in Los Angeles, it's not allowed. Now, I went down personally to the courthouse yesterday and got the policy on that. It doesn't say they can't allow it. It just says you have to pay the bail if you want to fight by trial. It doesn't say there's no exception. It doesn't say anything like that. But simply what they're doing is that they want to frustrate you and scare you and intimidate you so that when you go down to the court, you're, I'll just pay it. I don't want to. And it's defeating the purpose. That's what a trial by written declaration is for. So I don't have to go into court physically. They're playing a game here, guys. And I'm going to call them on it. And, I'm in the process of doing that and trying to get a hold of these courts and talk to people. Now I was told I got to talk to my state legislator, or the state legislator, on that, why and the who's and who put that policy in there. But that's what it's for. Simple as that. They're trying to get their money, and they know their time is short. So that's what's going on with that. And the California Franchise Tax Board, these people out their damn minds. I'm not even going to get into, and I know some of you might know out there that I talk about this before, but the bottom line is these people, listen to this. I'm going to read this to you quickly. Frivolous submission notice. The Franchise Tax Board received the protest you filed on 10/27/2013 for the above tax year. Franchise Tax Board has determined that your protest is a specific, frivolous submission because it is based on an identified frivolous position. It reflects a desire to delay or impede the administration of federal or state income tax laws. You have 30 days from this date of this notice to withdraw your protest, or Franchise Tax Board will impose a $5,000 frivolous submission penalty, which will be due and payable upon notice. There will be no extensions of the time period for withdrawing your protest. To withdraw, check the yes box and sign on the line provided below. What do you think I put? I'm going to show you the clean version. Nuts, guys. They're acting as judge, juror, executioner, no due process of law. I've never been convicted in court of anything, but they're just doing whatever the hell they want. This is what's going on in this country right now. There's a war, guys. And I'm telling you now, as I said before, something's going down. Now, I know many people, this stuff scares you when I talk about war and revolution is bloody and some, you know, I don't want to have to fight and die over it, whatever, but what do we do? The courts are corrupt, the police are corrupt, the government's corrupt, they're not following their own laws. I just want to be free. I understand, you know, what do we do? What's our last option? Somebody tell me or help enlighten me. It's sad, but we're running out of options. And, you know, I understand people say, I got a family, man. I got kids. I love my family. I just want to live my life in peace. I do too. We all do. That's what this is about. But somebody out there doesn't want us to live in peace and freedom, apparently. So I'm just really concerned because I think they're going to do something. They're going to tie in ISIS with the UCC movement or whatever. And thank God for you indigo and crystal children that are just coming up with your young knowledge. You guys are anywhere from right now born to like the 20-year-olds, 25, 30-year-olds getting into, if you understand all the crystal and the indigo age groups. But this is about peace and freedom, man. I'm not trying to preach violence and war. That's not what I'm doing. But we're tired of being beat down when we go into these courts and just simply ask a question or we challenge them. We have that right to do that. That is our due process. And these judges are throwing us in jail, holding us in contempt, putting barrels of guns to our intimidating us. You know, what? Yeah, come on. So anyway, get out of the matrix, wake up. Many of you are, and I'm proud of you, but there's so many of you that aren't. And we can't do this alone. 1 million people are not going to be able to save this country. 10 million aren't going to be able to save this country. We're going to need a hell of a lot. And people standing up and protesting and you know, suing these judges, suing these police officers. Start going after these people directly like this. If we send the message, they will listen. Now, next I want to show you about 3.5 minute clip of Mark Stevens. In Phoenix, Arizona, he went before the city council to address some of the issues, what I'm talking about. I posted this on my Facebook account, and I know that for YouTube, you know, Facebook is my personal family, friends, and people that I know. But, you know, I put it on there, but I really want you guys, please, out there in my YouTube subscriber, watch what he says. The professionalism of what he says and the harshness of what he says. And look at these people's response. And this is the same type of response I got from that judge that you know, pulled that crap on me, trying to intimidate me. But watch it, all right? And I'll keep you posted on the videos. Peace be with everybody, and keep the fight going. Peace.
Next is Mark Stevens.
Excuse my camera, my main one is broken. I think the members of the council and mayor, you know what my issue probably is. I've been confronting are requesting evidence that your Constitution, the state Constitution laws and the laws that you pass apply to me just because I'm physically in Scottsdale, and I've not been able to get any kind of evidence. Your city attorney, his office or his secretary said he was not going to speak to me, but I do want to give a shout out to to Mr. Fritz Bering, who had the decency and the professionalism to speak with me, and actually be honest enough that if he couldn't produce the evidence, he said, I don't know. He didn't just get loud with me, he didn't throw me out of the office, and he wasn't like your police. He didn't threaten to put me in jail because I asked a question that he felt was uncomfortable. So again, I put the question to you, since the generalization is that you believe that the Constitution laws of the state of Arizona apply to me, and also your local rules and regulations apply to me, for no other reason than I'm physically in Scottsdale. And I know you all agree with that generalization because your police enforce it at the barrel of a gun every day. My question is, what evidence do you have to prove that that's actually true?
Mr. Stevens, are you done then?
I'm asking a question. I'd like a response.
As I explained at the beginning, this is a public comment period of time. It is not a point of an agenda item where there's any discussion or even a response. So thank you very much.
Well, then I'll take the remainder of the time.
Okay.
The reason why I'm doing this is because when you go to your courts, there is collusion between your prosecutors and your judges. And I know you may not have much oversight over your judges, but you absolutely have oversight over your prosecutors and your police officers. And we're getting tired of your judges colluding with your prosecutors and your police officers to give the cops and your prosecutors a free pass on the issue of jurisdiction. And that when we go in there, we have these corporate psychopaths called judges screaming from their wooden throne to have us thrown in jail because we dared ask a question that the prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt anyway. And so what I'm going to be putting forth is, and at least Fritz who is open to this, to some kind of public investigation, some kind of public hearing, where we can pull your judges and prosecutors out of their hallowed halls, where they don't have the opportunity to start yelling and screaming and threatening me with contempt, just because I'm asking a question for evidence the prosecution is supposed to have anyway. And I'm going to continue asking you, every one of you in your offices, and I expect a response. If you have evidence, please present it. If you don't, please be honest like Fritz and say, I don't know. Because if you don't have the evidence, and I don't believe that you do, then the collusion between your judges and your prosecutors and your police officers, it makes you look like nothing more than a criminal organization. If you claim that you have some kind of legal authority, you have no actual evidence to prove it. All you have are the guns of these police officers. So I'd expect in the next few weeks or next few days that you would be professional enough to present me with the evidence or be honest and say, like Fritz did, I don't know.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens.